Yama obia aha ma wakwaba eba fache TV yen premto brekase ya yensa aka ensem hodo a yensa ntrofo ti wo hogu monten so wonu madama wama yensa atumi asoso yede ebesomo se awia premto brekase news flash ewo fache TV meka wo se ensem yicha ne ho ewo abrosantintin mu ha from every bantema wode nani abetire mu ewo Facebook enoti ubenya bi na wahye ewo Facebook enti wokọ honom a na wabo fache TV na onso wanya bi ahye ebo honom sanso na YouTube nso ubenya bi na wahye eye fache TV GH ewo Facebook www.facheonline.com nso yakurutire nsem nyina ede egu ho ubenya bi na wakenkan na bibia akoso kama ede amawo ensem no edo so bebre na de odi mu akotene no bi enie court ya ewo enkranpumpuni mantamu enei wonum agi OSP ni tumi ya wode ebem prosecute no wade afri ne nsem sese wode akoma attorney general se enei ono na emoa emasa adwumadi no enkoso sanso ena energy minister enei wo bo amane se transformers na wonum pese wo peja mu no ne buo no enkosoro kra ebeye kakra bi sanso ena Kumasi Traders Association wonum asem a wokan nyina ne se sei aban no privatize Kumasi market no se de beye a se private individual bamu a enema betumi akoyie diama wo no busiansam wei ene de ka ho bie na yagimre na yede besomo prime time news ebo fache TV so na kase no meka wo say wani beje ho pa enonti element na me amede besomo eye Obrempong akwasi yeboa ye twa ye ho ba ne de montiremu ahodo ede asomo afi yenya so na yentie kase no munchiremu hodo nyina ya yensa aka awia ya putubru enkai boy ya yensa atumi aka edi free enkran high court Accra high court wonum aso ye eba ne nyina ene se enei wonum akopie mu ewo honom na asenie no enyina ase ene se OSP metre special prosecutor ya aban ema ne tumi ewo my Ghana mu se wono ankasa ebetumi ahwehwe enkrofo nsem mu na wohwehwe mu na se asem no ebo no a wotumi agina ne mrakunini a aban ede asa ne nsa no wobetumi agina so na wode sa enipakuai akokoto ama koto abua wonum asem na enei ebra wonum ekopie mu ebo enkranpumpuni mantam mu Accra high court no ekọ asetena no na setena mu nyina ene se wonum enhwe se prosecution to me ya enka OSP wono wonye emfamfiri ne nsem na no ena Justice John Eugene Nyandu Nyanta watena asem ne so ena wo kire se ensem ne nyina se de asem nie no ekoye ne nyina ene se sesei OSP Mr. Special Prosecutor to me ya wode se ne sa to me no waje ede afiri ne nsem ede ne nyina waka kire ede akoma attorney general se attorney general mom ana sesei no prosecutorial power na wo etse wode enipa bi anase won ya wo hwehwe won nsem mu ede bekwa akopie mu ewo court no won hwe se attorney general ana enei wode se atumi no ahye ne nsa eno nti sesei OSP special prosecutor no woni tumi bia biem se wode obi ebeka kire ede nakopiemu ewo asenie abia se wonum enko prosecute no eno eye ensem a efiri honum eba na ne nyina nsem a woka nyina ne nyina so free attorney general or say article 88 cross section 4 yeah on my Ghana your constitution 1992 no and to me yeah a woman and a massa kwan no no ade a free honum ade a free and crampumpuni mantem high court eba Busiana I was sansem ye muno executive director edema CDD Professor Prempe enei wode ensem bi atuja and what you say OSP wono mo ya pese wo frustrate wo na uja wadwuma no edito ho eno nti wo ka dia kire wo say and resign enne na and resign ochina eno eye Professor Henry Kwesi Prempe ya wono eneye CDD wonum epanin ena wode sa ensemu wachiro ede agu ne Facebook wall ena wachiro se we ya futuo ya wode eko ede ama OSP se mane nyina enye ntentem na on resign enam tumi a yaje ede afiri ne nsem no se de be ya obekoso atena se ne yatua ne ka ewo na so ye ho yenya mpamo no ne de ono ankasa entena ho na onye ho akatua na wonye n'adwuma se de ese efata ewo honom a lawyer for empanimfo ya wonu mo my Ghana mu no ebinum ede wano atu sansem yimu pa na ne nyina ene se wo kire se high court woni hu tumi se obeje sa tumi ya waje ede afri OSP nsem ede ama attorney general no woni hu tumi anoti professor lawyer Kwaku Azar ena eneyi wono so eba ya nsem no eboboso eba ye na wono so echiro edegu ne Facebook and what you said no high court can strip the OSP of prosecutorial power no that is the OSP is here to stay and until OSP no aba na aba setna and until high court ni hu tumi bia say obeje ni tumi ya ye dey prosecute no e dey afri ni nsem eno eye lawyer Kwaku Azar and e dey sansem no so atudwa e wo sansem no emu abusia ma yentoa so ewo ensem fofromu na wo ensem fofromu no enei Ghana se yekọ abafo kwan so se de aban ene aban a akọ nyina wonum epese o man Ghana yetimi kọ yanim ne enam abafo kwan so eboa ema oman no etimi tumpon no enei o man Ghana ebe se dwumadie biase ya ye frɛ no e-visa ene electronic visa pa eno ne dwumadie a enei foreign affairs no wonum edi ebedi juma na aboama akoniabadie ane oman yi se opese utukwan edi ba oman Ghana mu a enioma nyina atumi atoto yie na owura ya wono ene ye osrofo ya ohye oman Ghana ane amanhodo so ensemso honorable Okujeto Ablakwa na di sansemu yi atudwa ebra Professor Jane Nana Opokwa Jiman Vice President ekopiemu odi ensrahye ekopiemu ewo na so ye ena odi sa enkomoyi ede ekire no se ebra so se o my Ghana yetintim emfidie ne yehwe na abafo kwan so electronic visa no yedidi juma honorable Okujeto Ablakwa.
A lot of misconception out there. People say, oh, then we are going to be swamped and no, rethink this policy because they are confusing free visa with visa free. Free visa simply means if you're an African, you don't pay the cost for the visa. You don't pay. Whereas our friends from other parts of the world will be paying about $250 when we roll out the e-visa regime. You as an African will not be required to pay the $250. But it doesn't mean that you will not go through the visa application process. You will go through, you will be vetted. Our consular officers will screen, will make sure that you meet the requirements, you don't have any criminal record, because remember the system is linked to criminal databases, multiple criminal databases. And if you have any criminal record, if we think that we are not convinced as to exactly what your agenda is, why you want to come to Ghana. We still reserve the right to stop you, in as much as we are welcoming everybody and embracing all Africans. So please, let's get it clear.
Honorable John Abdullahi Jenapo, wano ene oswafo ya wo hwe o my Ghana enyinam nkania ne ojahonene eso ene wo bo amane se obehwa se o my Ghana wonum epejapeja eniomam ne titiru ene nkania ho ensem eno ti ECG ade transformers foforo kra ade eba enti wasisa transformers ya ewo o my Ghana mu no se de be ya beboa na abo adwuma ama o my Ghana ye nyinam ahoden ene ehon kane asem no etimi agina brane na akoyie na enkofa sa tetedum so sem no ensan enfa mesa o man yi komu biem eno nti wosre se Ghana fo ebinom keka se transformer na yede ba foforo na yede ba no ni nyina ede ebo kase ene de ba ebema enkane abo akosoro wose dabi sa transformer foforo a wonum ede ba no ema enkane abo enkosoro na emom aban no dwen wo man no ho wo mpese ye besa akọ dumso mu biem eno nti na wosesa transformer dada ni nyina de afiri ho na bode foforo ede ato ho. Honorable John Abdullahi Jenapo.
We have reliable generation. Two, the transmission system is also being improved. The distribution system is being improved. There are two main factors. One is that due to years of underinvestment, some of the transformers are aging. Some of the transformers are obsolete, and some of the transformers are loaded or overloaded. And so sometimes they trip off. So that is one. But to correct it, it means that you have to replace one transformer or the other. And when you are replacing that transformer, you have to momentarily put the lights out or the transformer off so that you can take off the transformer and install a new transformer. As you see this transformer, before you can replace it, you have to take it out. But what they are now doing with the new system is that they are using what they call a double circuit or double system. It gives them more flexibility so that in future, if you want to change an equipment, you can transfer a bulk or almost all of the customers onto one transformer while you undertake the exercise. So it's a matter of time. I'm sure we'll get there. But we are determined, we are committed to ensure that we bring that positive change. Intend that we'll burden the consumer with extra tariff. If there's tariff, it will be because of normal activity. Like I said, we've refocused ECG. Even though this year they are spending less than 2 billion as compared to 9 billion in 2024, they are really prioritizing their expenditure. And for me, that is the difference that we are witnessing. And so let me assure consumers that even if there's a tariff adjustment, it will not be solely because of this upgrade exercise. When we upgrade the system,
said ye beboa na dumso ene enkane dum kafrika chono ni nyina yetimi atu ase wo my Ghana mu ni ntino ene aban no ekoso a ebo amane se wonum ede transformer foforo kura empem mienu ena wonum beja mu ede agu o my Ghana entua so enyina said ye beya enkuro ahodo na akane no nesa eno nti wonum transformer ba ko pe no ene wo betretrem aboa ma ene transformer no wo de ba ko abeka ho enkuro akese ne de mu atretre nyina no sa transformers empem mienu no wonum de beboa na abesemu kena na amankane no atimi aginagina so. Honorable Abdullahi Jenapo.
Overhaul of the distribution system, which involves changing obsolete, aging, and overloaded transformers and other equipment. This very transformer you've seen is a replacement of two old transformers. We visited the one within the Tema region, and the revelation is that some of them are about 22 years old. 22 years is quite a long time. And so we've done a comprehensive review, and we are embarking on this exercise to ensure that all the pockets of outages and overloads and interruptions that we've been experiencing are dealt with. It takes a bit of time to do the investigation, to do the analysis, and to start the replacement exercise. I'm happy to note that ECG under the current management is primarily focusing on their core mandates, investing in critical infrastructure. It is not just within Accra. Next month, they intend to move to Kumasi and to the other regions. Indeed, when it comes to the normal distribution transformers, they intend to roll out about 2,000 transformers. That is massive, it's unprecedented, and it's never happened. But I also encourage the staff of ECG to give up their best. District directors.
Osofoi ewie na wode chatwo ekyerese. Sese no, sede na wobo amane se aban pese woma ankrankra adwumaku ahodo de won ho ebehyehe ECG adwumanim na bua ema wotimi bua adwuma eboa ma enkanea etimi gina ne naso ma o my Ghana no. Woguso a egina so kan siso po se eno de aban ne nya nadwen se wosesa nadwene de afiri ho ne wobeboa abie na kwanya de ato ho ama ankrankra adwumaku ahodo no a wonum nimdie na wowo tumi ni ahoden se wobetumi de aboa ama o my Ghana nkanea agina ne naso no waje wonum ama wabeboa eno ti wo sere se obibia moka biewom efa nkanea ho ensem ho stakeholders mekire obia emfa nadwene emfamra na nadwen kire bia wo no onso emfamra na emmoa ema enkanea no entimi enyina ne naso.
Measurable and remarkable improvement, even though there's still room for improvement. I've seen increase in the number of gangs, for instance, to respond to emergency situations like outages, and I commend the MD for doing that. I've seen a change in terms of how they even invest their money. I've seen a change in attitudinal work, even though there are some isolated areas where we are not happy with, and it's normal with every organization. But the MD and his team are monitoring. If we find out that you are not living up to expectation, action will be taken. Just as ministers, DCs, government officials face scrutiny, so shall it be for every organization, including ECG. And that's why I encourage the district directors, the regional directors, to give up their best. There's no country where you don't experience one outage or the other. But the response time ought to be swift, it ought to be fast, and we expect that they will live up to expectation. And they are signing KPIs with them, they are monitoring them, and we are all monitoring the system. The Energy Commission is in the process of setting up a system that will ensure that we monitor all these outages, and at the end of the month, every district will account for why they have those outages, the time it took them to respond to the outages. And if there is any action that we ought to take, let me be frank and sincere, we will take that action, carry everybody along. And so I want to assure everybody that we will take everybody's comments, everybody's interest. Whatever we do is for the betterment of this country. We are not in a haste to penalize anybody. We are not in a
Yentwa so ewo asante mantem kropon kumase wonum dwa kese kejetia dodo na efre no kejetia Dubai enei edwadifo enkambomuko ya wonum ewo ho na wonum edija wo kumase kejetia enyina na waka won ho abomu na wasam a woka ne se kejetia pa ebaye na enidaso a edebra edwadifo ne kumase nyina no ene se ebeboa magadie ehon senkan atimi agina brane na koyie ama kumasefo wonumani atimi age nanso enei kejetia aprotetia pansam empanifo ahodo a wonum abedi kejetia edwane so nyina na wabe manage ni nyina sabi wonum antimi anye ne yie sede na wo hwehwe no eno nti wosre aban wosre empanifo ene woni a eka biewom se wonhwe nanka wonum de wobenya wonfa kejetia phase 1 ene phase 2 ni nyina wonfa ma ankrankra djumadie anase nipa waye ankrankra na wonse abanyase nipa baako a wonse abanyase na wonfa enhye ne nsa sede beya sa nipa no betumi agina ninimdie ene ne tumi so na waboa amansiseye ebo kejetia atimi agina brane na akoyie ama ejadifo enso ehwato wonum na se aban ne mpanimfo entu saa na mon na eyade se ebe ha dwen na kejetia no ebetumi aginsemu o hwe sede kejetia enioma enkoyie na enioma atetia pansam no ebe hia se obi a oye ono ankasa ejina ne ho so na wonhya abayase ebeba abediso na wamanagi edwa no owura yere Emilia Kofi ono ene ye secretary edema ejadifo nkambomuko ya wonum ewo kumase ene de sansem yi etuja.
The union again strongly recommends that the management of the market be handed over to a competent private entity that will prioritize the welfare and security of traders while ensuring the efficient management of the facility. We have also expressed deep dissatisfaction with current management, that is the management of the phase 1, calling for a change in the administration, and we are urging the government to hand over the market to the potential construction firm contractor to manage the market and to address safety concerns, operational inefficiencies, and the debt that is swallowing the market. Finally, the combined Kumasi Central Markets Union humbly appeal to His Royal Majesty, the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, to intervene in this matter to ensure that the work on the phase 2 resumes with further delay. Kumasi City Market, again, we ask that is properly privatized and the market is managed effectively in the interest of all traders. And this is
Aban NDC aban ebra na wonu mu bontoa no wo de campaign bi etuja na campaign message ni nyina eni say no fees stress na say esukufo a wonum eco school university no ni nyina eni training colleges ahodo a etwa Ghana oman no mu ahia nyina no wo be hwe say stress anase burden ya edamoso eba school fees tua ni nyina aban ne beboa momotimi atua na what is policy at the share student trust loan wonum akache no de sa policy no e de ekoma wonum se wondi sa adwuma no emfamoa na eno enam so bi ma enei student trust loans for wonum obo amane se enipa be se 50,000 asukuu for ya wo my Ghana mu ena aban no abo amane se wonum sika anase school fees ya aban no etua de ama wo mu no wasase etuatua na wonia na afi 2025-26 academic year no aban no atua enipa 10,000 asukufo nko a esika na wode ama wonum wasan ebo adwene bi se 40,000 ene ka ho ya wo begya sika mu ede ama wonum se de be ya beboa wonum na watimi atuatua wonum school fees 10,000 no eye wonia wo public universities num sanso na 40,000 no ebo wonia wo training colleges and agric colleges and the keka ho nyina health training colleges ni nyina mu ni nyina aban no ebo modern se won sabetumi aka na aboa wonum ama watimi atua won fees na openimpo ya wono ena ye chief executive officer adema aseye no Sajida Shiraz ebra wode ensrahye ehye so ewo minister for education na so ye no ensem bi sei enode tuja ewo honom.
We are doing very, very, very well. I'm happy to say. So later today, we'll put out a press release. We've started disbursements for no fee stress for the 2025-2026 academic year. This year, we have a hybrid disbursement model. And by that, I mean that we have piloted a direct-to-institutions disbursements to some select institutions, which are the colleges of education, colleges of agric, and health training institutions. So as at now, we've paid more than 40,000 students. We've paid the academic fee support directly to those tertiary institutions. And today, we will commence reimbursements with an initial batch of 10,000 students to students in public universities and public tertiary institutions, which means that by the close of today, I can report that we would have made academic fee payments for the 2025-2026 academic year up to about 50,000 students. Of course, as we are celebrating SLTFR 20, we don't want the celebration to let us lose track of our core mandate of making education more accessible to tertiary institutions. So we are still very in tune with what our business is, which is to make...
Yes, so our Western region. Now, Western Regional House of Chiefs, and they wonum abo ononyamfo ama kofibua wonum abo na baso na abasobode ya wonum dia ma nyina ene se wo anamontuo bi a watu dia boa Western Regional House of Chiefs na entawantawa menteme ho ase asumdue eni wontem na so onimonyamfo ama kofibua wono ene osofo ya wo hwe oman Ghana ensase ene oman natural resources eso wonum abo na baso ni nyina ne se botu anamon a aboa na dia sumdue ede nkabom ba koye ede aba Western Regional House of Chiefs wonum entem na ebra wobo na baso awieye no na honorable ama kofibua esrese de wonu ma ye no aso nani enya abasobode no titiriw na mom se watimi enya won ho ntiase na wonum asomdwe abuo mu na waman kambom mapa aba Western Regional House of Chiefs no wonum ntem eyade a eye nani suade hunu na abam amano enti nani agye ho pa ebra one nsetrefo edi nkomo no sei enode etuja.
This afternoon, I'm so humbled. I feel so excited, but I also feel very, very worried and sad because the story we've just talked about, and I don't want to go over it, but it really emphasizes that we have no other choice but to unite as one people. Every time there's division in our region, we are losing the match. And don't tell me that you have too many resources. It doesn't work like that. If you do not unite to claim your proper place, nobody will claim it for you. That's what our region is about. And I am so honored, but I want you to take the opportunity of this honor you've given me. And it's my plea again, and then I'll plead again. We need unity. And that unity starts from this house. If our chiefs are united, if our chiefs are not spending all their monies in court every day, we will be so better off. We will be so better off. And this region will take its proper place because God has endowed us with so many resources.
And some nyina yetimi edi ebesomo enam Millennium Construction wonu madama wonum aso yasene ema yede ebesomo na Millennium se men kan kire se eye adansie ho ne mapa na wope ebo oman Ghana babibia da wo de a eye waso eye na obenya bie Millennium Construction say babia wo ebo oman Ghana bia fra wonum na wonfa bi enfamrew adansie ho enioma de uhia every foundation e de kopim se ye bebo dan ne so no ne nyina abi ewo wonum aso eye sanso kra na se ope obi a obesi wo dan no e de amawo a Millennium Construction se men kan kire se wonum aye krado e twen se obefra wonum na waba abesi wo dan no e de amawo se wonsi edan na wonton so de a woya ade pa wo my Ghana mu eno nti estate ahodo a wonum a developing na wotonton no eno so bebre awo o my Ghana ba bibia da wo pe bi no ebi ewo ho e de ma eno nti fra wonum na nya bito na onso enya ba bi efa wotito ade a eya ene se woni ba bi na wode woti ebeto eno nti na Millennium Construction se men kan kire se wonum aba e de ama o problem ni nyina efa adansie ho no ma wonum ensolve enfama ho na bibia enkoso obehu wonum ewo Kumase Bosen na Yas Junction eho ena wonsa ebeka Millennium Construction obetimi so afre wonum ewo ahoma no so na woni won atwetwe enkomo wo number ena good screen ne so no nti fra wonmu na animoni mu ya womo na wodan ho problem de won solve emfa ema aha ena mrebe ma me kwan na me de kase ni nyina e de asie medin e de Obrempong Lisbon Makra.